Okay, welcome everyone. It seems like there's so many people already waiting for us on YouTube, and not only. Um, Today's Thursday once again, and we are streaming live from our office in Lviv, Ukraine. This is Symphony Solutions, and today we're talking about how to build one's life with Agile Principles. Symphony Persona Live is an online talk show where we meet amazing symphonians and hope to learn some cool personal stories, professional insights, get inspiration, and some good-natured fun. And our special guest today is a firm believer in the Agile Kanban approach, which he is using to build a hemp house, and a military volunteer, a spontaneous traveler, somebody close to his goal to visit all European countries, a biker who sold his bike, a yacht skipper, and somebody who got married 1 month into the war. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andriy Bandrovsky. Andriy, it's very good to see you, indeed.
Thank you, Bogdan, for this great introduction. Me too. I really hope that my ideas and lifestyle will be useful for others.
Oh, for sure. For certain. There's so many people who've been asking me about this talk, and there's so many exciting stories that you are about to tell us. But I want to remind you that this show, the Symphony Persona Live, is not only about finding out about our guest, but for the guest to find out some new facts about themselves. And we usually start this show with this classic game called Never Have I Ever. I'm sure you've seen that one before, and I want you to play this one with us today. Do you mind?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's be agile.
Right. So all I want you to do is to bring your 5 fingers up. Yes, spread them all the way. I will be naming a statement where it says, never have I ever done something. If you have done it, though, please fold 1 finger. If you haven't, just keep them spread. Okay?
Okay.
Let's see how that goes for you. Never have I ever cut my own hair.
No, I did once. Yeah.
Never have I ever lied about my income.
I usually do. Sorry.
You don't want them to know?
Yeah.
So if you have done it, you fold the finger, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This next one is, never have I ever danced on the table.
No. This time, probably the first one. Okay.
When you celebrate the successful talk show today. Never have I ever gotten in a physical fight.
I couldn't say that.
Who was it?
I don't know. But, night, but it was dark.
You don't remember your victims?
No, and I'm happy that they don't remember mine because it was close to my house. So
okay. This next one is, never have I ever lied about who I voted for.
I don't need to do that.
Okay. Never have I ever used someone else's toothbrush.
Actually, we share it with my wife to keep less belonging with us.
Okay. Never have I ever lied playing Never Have I Ever.
Oh. I keep the finger. I don't lie.
Never have I ever fallen asleep at work.
Yeah, sorry. Especially after some celebration. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We just wanted to warm you up a little bit. Thank you for your honesty, by the way. Thank you for your excellent sense of humor. So this next part of our talk will be the quick questions. where I'm going to ask you traditional 7 quick questions, and I want you to answer them as soon as you hear the question itself, like immediately.
Okay.
The answer doesn't need to be short, but I want you to give us anything that pops in your head right away, right after you hear the question. So,
okay.
Here we go. What do you want for birthday?
Bike.
Yeah, we'll talk
number
about
one.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk
I
about
want to buy after finish my house.
Yeah. How old were you when you first kissed?
17.
Ooh.
I travel a lot, so yeah, a lot of adventures.
Oh, yeah.
In my life.
17 years old. You were pretty old. But you were nice and ready. This one is my favorite. What's the worst thing you ever did while online meeting when your camera was off?
I forgot and watched some movie, and I was sharing. I was like terrified with some moments, and everyone saw me. So.
Oh, so your camera was on at that time. You didn't realize it was.
Yeah. I was watching the movie, and it was,
that's pretty
old people.
I'm afraid to ask you, what did you do when you knew that your camera is off?
Oh, better don't ask, believe me.
I got you.
Will be better.
What's the weirdest thing you ever did to make money?
I don't. Weirdest thing. Oh, sorry for delay. Yeah, but yeah, I think I collected bottles and then sold them to other, like to these shops who.
Great job. What's something that you do that embarrasses your wife?
One more time, I could not find the quick answer, sorry. But yeah, I think that I am right. She don't like it.
Okay.
I'm embarrassed when I'm right.
All right. Here's this next one. If you had an unlimited supply of one thing, what would that be?
Time.
Nice. I was expecting this one. However, name something that you are obsessed with right now.
Limitation that we have according to war. Yeah, because I travel a lot, and now I could not. My travels are about humanitarian aid, not about enjoy. Just have some joy in the travel.
I got you. Thank you very much, Andriy. At this point, I would like to say congratulations, first of all, from all of us watching this talk show. Congratulations, you got married, like recently. It says 1 month into the war. How is the family life? Tell us more about it.
Actually, it was really strange, I would like to say, because when we have like our wedding picture session, the rockets hit the Lviv, and it was really we were frightened a lot, and that was like for us, it joined us. Yeah, I will say. And so we start our family life with the rocket attack. So that's not the best and easiest way to do it, but I think that's helped us a lot.
Well, anyways, love wins always. Yeah.
Yep. And actually, sorry, moving on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think that during this war, we have more and more people got married, because during previous war, it was like a lot of divorces. So now the situation is better. People got married.
Yeah. Congratulations, big time. We do want for your family to be as happy as could be. And even though it was the war, you did get married. Even though it is the war in Ukraine, you do a lot of volunteering, like you and your wife. Tell us more about your being a volunteer.
Actually, I started volunteering in university. I used to, I went to orphanages with some programs for children. And then since 2014, I started to be a military volunteer. So I collect money and buy some goods for our soldiers. And actually, my wife, that how we met, she does the same thing for medicine, because usually I buy some stuff like optics, cars, armors, and other stuff, and she buy medicine. So yeah, we have common interest and values.
Tell us, what was the biggest purchase that you did while volunteering?
Actually, it was like months ago. I ordered a sniper scope for one of our sniper, and it cost $17,000.
Wow! So, and you raised those money with your friends and your audience on Facebook?
Actually, yeah. I would like to thank Olena Prokip, who is working in Symphony. She shares some postmarks that I used to collect this money, and we collect over $4,000 selling these marks, actually. Wow. So yeah, it was amazing, and yeah, we collected in less than a month.
Incredible job, and thank you for doing this, and congratulations on the big success, and I hope that we all will celebrate the big win.
Yeah, we really hope.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about you being a spontaneous traveler. This is something new to me because I usually like to plan my trips, my journeys. How is it? How does that work? What is spontaneous traveling? How does that work for you?
You know, previously I also travel like with plans and other stuff, but I try to plan my work days and so on, but enjoy freedom during the travel. So I try to we always decide in last moment where we'll go. And it was like a year before COVID. We travel every month. We visit some country. Went to Europe. We travel to our friends and other stuff. So it was completely spontaneous. We just, okay, we go to Netherlands. Okay, buy a ticket and go. We go to Kipper. Okay, let's go to Kipper. So it was like that, and we really enjoyed this year. It was 1 year before the COVID, so it was amazing.
What's in the backpack of a spontaneous traveler?
Interesting question. I will say it's like one toothbrush, as you know already. For both of us, usually it's like some 5 t-shirts, trousers, and actually maybe some sandals in case we travel somewhere where it's hot. So that's all. And actually, yeah, because one of kind of travel we like, it's sailing, and you could not put a lot of baggage into the yacht. You have very limited space there, so you have to think about every single piece of good you take with you. So you have to think what you need, what you don't need, and what you can buy on spot when you need it. So that's really
okay. What was the craziest spontaneous trip that you gone to?
I think it was like in Turkey. We were like in other side of the Turkey, and my wife had a dream to travel on air balloons. You know, this in Cappadocia, and we were drinking a juice, and she told me, Andriy, you know, tomorrow is the last day when we can travel on air balloons. I say, why? Because the weather will be bad, so we have to travel tomorrow. We are on the other side of the Turkey. It's like 700 kilometers from. Okay, yeah, I know that you're a dream. Let's do it. And we actually use the car to pass this almost 700 kilometers. We were in hotel at 2 a.m. and at 5 a.m. we already started this balloon journey. We were like 1,500 meters above this sea level, so it was amazing. But yeah, it was really crazy stuff to get there.
One can tell you're not just a crazy spontaneous traveler, but you are crazy in love with your wife. That is so cute.
How it should be, I think.
Absolutely agree. Okay, before we move on, I would love to remind you guys, all of us watching this stream, the Symphony Persona Live, you may ask your questions down below in comments. Please do so. Andriy will be very happy to answer all of those.
For sure, indeed.
Yes, tell us where you're from, tell us where you're watching us from, and we will talk a little more about the different countries that you've traveled to. I know your dream was to visit all of the European countries, and rumor has it that you are very close to this goal. How close are you? How many countries have you traveled to already?
I will a little bit improve the question, because my dream still is. Even in the time of war, I still dream about traveling, and so the 19 countries left out of 43. So actually, I really dream to travel somewhere, and I promised my wife that after our victory, we will go for at least for a month for some journey around European countries, and maybe some stay in Portugal. This for now, it's the best country I have visited.
Really?
Yeah, I really enjoy it so much.
What's so amazing about Portugal?
There are like, I will say two main things. Three main, actually. First, the dishes. The kitchen cuisine is amazing. I really enjoy this. I am sweet tooth person, so their sweets are really amazing. I eat the kilograms of them. The second thing was staring to the ocean. We caught ourselves that we were in a restaurant on the ocean beach, and we were staring into the ocean for 2 hours, and we didn't notice that this time passed. It was so amazing that we really were shocked with that, and we want to go there one more time. And probably the third thing is people. I really enjoy and was very comfortable when I met all these Portuguese guys and girls, and a lot of them are very active. They do sports. They are very friendly, and I really enjoyed this trip and meeting all these people. And they are very talkative. They were happy to tell you something about their country, about their traditions. So I really enjoy it. I visit some, this not trade center, but marketplaces with local food, some fruits, dishes, fishes, so anything you want. So it was amazing.
Okay, talking about food, by the way, you said you loved the food in Portugal. Is there any, like, the weirdest food, the weirdest type of food you have tasted while traveling across Europe?
Yeah, it was actually in Sweden. It was bamboo soup, and it's like you're eating the paper. It was terrible. The taste was terrible, and the funniest thing was that I called to my father, say hello to him, because I was not at home for months or something, and he told me, "Oh, poor boy, I really don't know how you will eat it." I say, "Why? It should supposed to be tasty. It's a soup." No, try first. okay, we finish our talk, and I tried this soup, and it was awful. I think it's the weirdest thing I ever had.
Wow,
So yeah.
shocking. Okay, talking about the shocking stuff. Have you ever experienced the cultural shock
Mm.
in any
Cultural shock.
organization? There's different
Mm.
traditions, there's different people, there's so many different things that
Mm-hmm.
that you see, that you feel.
It was in Nepal, and I was shocked that it's allowed for men to have two wives, and they are working hard. And I don't know why, but women there work really hard, and men can have two wives. And we joke that one he has somewhere in the mountains, and another one he has it in the city. So he's happy guy. And I was really shocked with that, and I was surprised that women work so hard there.
Wow.
They like collect leaves, branches, they collect food, and so on. And the question was, what the men do? Actually, they were like a porter. They help to care belongings, but they don't work so hard. And for me, it was really cultural shock.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for sharing this. Yeah, speaking about traveling, we always think of souvenirs. I love souvenirs. I love bringing souvenirs, buying souvenirs, giving souvenirs. Do you do as well? Do you bring souvenirs from other countries? What do you usually get? Do you have like a tradition of getting some particular souvenirs? Tell us more about that.
Okay, thank you for this question. Actually, when I was young, I started collecting the plates, but there were so many of them that I stopped doing that. And now I maximum they take it's some magnetic for fridge, and that's all, because there should be a lot of space in my house to put all this stuff, and
Okay.
I don't want to have it.
All right. Speaking about traveling still, we know that you
Okay.
used to, or you like to travel by yacht. And I've heard also that you are a professional or skilled yacht skipper. Is that true or not?
Okay. I could not say that I am professional skipper. Yeah, I have a license and I can drive a yacht. And actually, I'm happy to do it for my friends. I did it several times. And actually, I started as a crew member. One friend of mine, when I was like a volunteer, I don't have too much time to travel. He asked me, "Would you mind to join our team on yachts?" I tried, and I like it. And that actually that's where my agility come from, because on yacht you never know what will happen next. You always have to adapt yourself to situation, because the wind is blowing, water is going somewhere, there are other yachts around, and so on. So you learn a lot of agile stuff there. That's probably I like this the most.
Do you travel by the yacht these days, or did you go there's I know that there's some kind of competitions even for the teams. Did you take part in any of that?
Actually, nowadays I don't have opportunity to travel a lot due to war, but I think I really hope to have it next year. And actually, I don't travel alone. Usually, we have like 5 yachts together, and we make some regatta between us. We try to go faster and faster, and because actually on yacht I invite all of my friends. So I it's actually have a lot about team building, because you invite people who have no idea what the sailing is, and you have to teach them really quick how to help you to sail, because there are a lot of things on yacht that you have to enhance, arrange, do, and so on, and you could not do it alone. That's probably the worst thing, to do everything alone. And we try to like train our team, crew. Actually, it's called crew. And after 3-4 days, usually we have like this regatta where we define like end start and end point, and we go, who will go quickly, using some tricks, tips, and other stuff, because the wind is changing, the yachts are different, the sail is bigger, smaller, so there are a lot of like obstacles or like positive risk for you to win this competition.
So you only have 3 or 4 days to build the crew from scratch, to train each and every person, and you are the one responsible for training each member of the team. Is that correct?
Actually, yes. And I am not responsible only for training, but also I should deliver the same amount people to the marine. You know, I couldn't lost any during the journey because I will go to jail. And actually, yeah, usually you start with something like, okay, please take this yellow rope and put it here and there and so on. But in 3-4 days, people learn how to do it, and you can like say like, do this, do that, and they already know what to do. Actually, Olesa asked some question about managed flows, and before this presentation, and actually that's about it. I don't want to tell people how to do the stuff. I just teach them and say what the result I need, and that's all. And this result is important for everyone in the crew. So people try really hard. You could not say that, okay, I'm tired, when your sail is not full. You have to bring it up till the end. You could not say, okay, I don't have power to do this. You're looking for support. You engage another team member to do the work. So it's really challenging, but a very interesting process.
Wow.
Believe me.
I wish we could do this type of team building for Symphony Solutions one day. It's
my dream, actually, to do this for a team, because it's one of the best team building activity I ever saw or try. So yeah, I really hope we can do it.
I want to go on your team.
Yeah, with pleasure, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's this one more type of transportation in your life that you're probably missing, and we've heard that already. You mentioned that already. You are a man, a biker who sold his bike. Why would you?
There are like circumstances. I have to build a house, and I need a car that will support me in this activity. So I could not afford to have a bike and bicycle and a car. So I have to solve it and buy a car. So, unfortunately, but fingers crossed, it will be the first thing I will buy after my house is finished.
Okay, so now, of course, talking about your house, you are somebody who's building a house with Agile. How is that working?
Actually, the first thing is that nobody was happy actually, I asked a lot of my friends, and nobody was happy that after they hire the team that completely build their house. And I decided to do it my own. And I couldn't imagine like all amount of work we need to do on this really hard path. But I tried to do it step by step, as we usually do in Agile. But the issue with that was that workers don't understand what is Agile. because I conducted one training about leadership for my friends, and they have a construction company, and they asked me how teach these workers who has nothing to do with Agile and effectiveness, how to teach them to be effective and enjoy this job. It was a really challenging question for me, so I don't know any other solution as try. And I try on my own house how to build it in agile manner. So I use Kanban board. I didn't told builders that this is a Kanban board, yeah, but I made it for them. I have listed all the tasks they have to do, and we in the morning we check what all they did, what left, and what is in process. And it was surprising for them. They were in the beginning they were quite offensive, but after 3 weeks they say, we couldn't even imagine that we could be so effective. Say, yeah, because you saw all your tasks that you need to do, and you just iron it out one after another, and that's the way to success. And they were really happy, and they told me that the first time they did something like that, but they enjoyed it and were happy that we did this. And later on, they met me somewhere on the gas station or something. They asked a lot about the house, how it's going, and so on. So they didn't kick me, so probably they like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me just ask you this question. Did you have like a physical board with stickers and tasks, and they did physically move them all along the board?
Actually, I did this movement, yeah, because for them it was not clear at all. I draw actually every time, like, okay, this was finished, let's move it here. So it looks like that, but yeah, I physically have like huge paper. I bought special paper like diary and use it to show them how it works. And yeah, if we succeed, actually, they also need several days to do it according to Scrum board. They don't start tasks that are in the bottom. They learned a lot about priorities, actually, and this helps them to cooperate, because one of the greatest challenge I figure out during the building, several teams don't want to work together. Because everyone do their own task and they don't care about any other. So this Kanban board helps them to communicate and think about how to solve the task. Yeah? Because it's not like, I don't like this even in our teams when people say, oh, I do just this piece and I don't care how everyone else will handle the situation. So I try to avoid this, and it also worked during the building.
Okay. Okay. So, at what stage is the construction? Are we invited to be your guests at your house, and when?
As soon as I finish it, yeah, because due to one more time we have very complicated circumstances, and it goes really slowly. It took me like 100 days, a little bit more, I'm flying, 108 days to build a whole construction. And now I am doing internal works. We are on the finish line, yeah. Like heating, electricity was installed, and only now we are decorating the walls and doing some final stuff. I need to install the floor. And that's all.
According to the Kanban board, how far are you from the finish point, from the result? When is the demo?
Actually, the demo, I really hope till the end of the year, and we like one of our dreams is to celebrate New Year in our house. So yeah.
Oh.
And actually, yeah, we still, with my wife, we share some tasks, and we create a list of tasks that we should do during the week. And this helps us a lot to arrange our work and manage like job, building, and volunteering. Yeah, because we have actually three pipelines.
So does that mean that the agility and the agile principles are sort of integrated into your day-to-day life? It's not only about the construction, about building the house, it's about your day-to-day life, and not only yours but your wife's, your family's life. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually, great catch. We try to live like that because in time of war, there are a lot of things that you have impact on your life, but you couldn't fix them. You couldn't change anything and so on. So to be this kind of agile, we try to like compensate these issues we have outside. Yeah, this help us to keep ourselves happy because we achieve our goals. Yeah, they are small, but we do it one after another. Yeah, and it helps us to build our family because we share these principles and we easily talk with each other about, okay, could you help me with this task because I couldn't solve it? Or could you please, for example, my wife looking for workers, then I work with workers to deliver the task. Yeah. So we even find the way to cooperate in this manner. So it works for us, yeah. And yeah, actually, like one of main agile principles is to be like open for changes, and because at work we have to deliver the product that is useful for business and really nice and dusty and shiny, like our clients say, and building and other stuff, we also need to deliver the result. Yeah, and that's about like success, I will say, and happiness for me.
Wow, absolutely incredible. Andriy, we started receiving questions already.
Okay.
I would love for the audience to ask their questions. Please do so down below in comments on YouTube. While we talk about these two more very quick topics, so there's one traditional question that we ask at almost the very end of our talk is, what three books would you advise to read to whoever is watching us today or will be watching us in the coming days?
Okay, I will say they are my favorite. Yeah, I couldn't say that I will recommend everyone because they will not fit everyone. Yeah, but my best one are Deadline from Tom DeMarco. It's about project management, but it was written as like normal book. It's not like no scientific some stuff or boring things about project management. I really like it. The second I was really impressed was US Navy SEAL, Lead and Win, Djokovic. He was former US SEAL. He wrote a book about his service, and he is quite successful leadership consultant in US. So I really enjoy it. And yeah, the last book I actually have started. It's how to say it in English? Never Split the Difference. Probably it's about communication, negotiation with terrorists, because I have very tough client, and communication with him is always challenged. So it's a really book of former FBI agent who was a negotiator and during a lot of terrorist attacks. So I am learning from him.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So one of the questions that you are being asked on YouTube, do you agree with all the agile principles? Very good questions. Thank you, Konstantin Komorov.
Thank you, Kostya. Yeah, actually, I don't agree with all, because one of the main agile principle is contracts, negotiation with client over contracts, and I couldn't agree with that. I did projects for millions of dollars, and I have to say that you always have to have a contract. If you don't have a clear way to deliver the job, clear criteria, and you should be paid for this job. And that's the point. That's probably the only one principle I don't share from Agile.
Okay. Accepted. Kostya, yeah. Kostya tried to give you another advice. Instead of using the physical board for the workers at your construction site, use Jira and Projector.
Okay, that could be fun. Yeah.
We have another beautiful comment, very sweet. I cherish Andriy's simplicity and professionalism. That's from Coyote. Thank you very much, Coyote, for watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you for the beautiful comment. Okay, a few other comments where they say they were glad to see us, or it says we're glad to see you. So that's probably referred to Andriy.
Not
so this
only
last
you,
question.
me, sorry.
So this last question for today is very simple, but yet very complex. Okay. What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
Interesting questions. Thank you. Don't trust so much. And be agile. Yeah, I couldn't say that I was so agile in my childhood, and when I was adult, I listened a lot of thoughts from different people, and it was really hard for me to choose my path. And it takes a lot of time with my therapist, yeah, to discuss and define what I should do, and when I am happy, what I can do, what I should do, and how to do this right. So that.
Thank you so much. We still have a couple more questions. So this first one is from Tanya. What helps you today in managing the team successfully?
I think one of the most important things that we reduce the pressure from client. Now all team members admit that they enjoy working on project. Yeah, we still have issues with requirements changes because there are plenty of them, and I'm very thankful for our BA Alexei to handle all this stuff. But in general, we find the mode for the team where everyone enjoys their job. So probably that's the most important thing.
Great, thank you. Yeah, and here comes another one from Olena Proki. Except Europe, which countries are on the list, on the must-visit list?
Except Europe, Chile, and New Zealand, and Australia.
Chile, New Zealand, and Australia.
Yeah, and also Iceland. Yeah, I dream to travel there because I have to do there a lot of hiking. I really enjoy it. So I think next year we will have a chance to do that after winter.
Wow. That's probably all of the questions for today. In any event, I do thank you for being here today. I do thank you for sharing all of your knowledge and skills and your personal stories. Say hi to your beautiful wife, please, and from all of us. We had Andriy Bandrovsky on Symphony Persona Live today. We were talking about how to build one's life with Agile Principles, and we've heard a lot of advices. Thank you very much for being here with us. Thank all of you watching us on YouTube. And I hope that you do succeed to finish the house by the New Year's, and you will enter the new year in your new beautiful house with your amazing wife.
Thank you, Bogdan, so much for inviting me. And yeah, I would like to thank you for this interesting questions that also raised a lot inside me. And everyone who was watching us, yeah, thank you for your support. It was my first live in my life, so I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen, all of you watching us. See you on this next episode of Symphony Persona Live. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.